kind to allow us to actually gave these to us. And like I said, we'll get some more. The good thing about it is I happen to be the president of the American Heart Association for the Lake County area. So they were really, really kind to us. And so we'll have to thank them for you, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is...
Doctor, would you tell them about the DJ?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got to announce that the DJ in the back, can you turn it up, son? Okay, the DJ in the back is DJ Drizzle. Yeah, he's a third-year dental student at Meharry Medical College, and he happens to be my son. Okay, so we're happy to have him providing the, and so he was fortunate enough to get some of the same things in terms of mentoring that you guys are getting. So you have a bright future ahead of you, okay? Drizzle, anything you got to say?
Well, important information.
All right. Okay, and Kim is going to teach the CPR, and it looks like we may run a little bit longer than we intended, but I think that will be, I think it'll be very helpful for you in the future. You know, never know when you'll need it. Okay. Anybody have any questions right now? The other thing is, once we get done here, we're going to divide up into stations, and you'll go from station to station, so that you'll be able to experience some of the things that we do in terms of cardiovascular medicine. One of the things that we were planning to do is to give you, do kind of a cardiovascular health screen, and so you'll know that information as well. After we collect all the information, we'll probably have a small presentation exercise, so you guys can grab one and pass them around. And,
You guys need some more, let me know, and I'll get some more.
okay, this is Erica. She's our nuclear medicine technician. If anybody has any interest in that, she is also a pre-medical student who has aspirations of going to medical school. So you might want to chat with her as well. And there's Emily in the back. She's our exercise. She does our stress testing and our ECP. And then we have a world-class echocardiography in the back. She's going to be doing echoes on some of you today, so you'll be able to actually see your heart in motion. Priscilla, thank you. Priscilla did a lot of the organization for what you're about to see. Priscilla belongs to one of your comrades. You're not gonna raise your hand. That's her mom. We need to go take that a little bit further. What do you need? What do you need, Kim? Did I give you the red?
Yes.
Yeah, you can use that, okay. So what we're gonna do is, can you, here, you can get those kits for us. We need all of them. And so give one to every other person, and then whoever, yeah, everybody's gonna get one, so don't be bashful about that, but you're gonna have to give yourself some, and you're gonna probably have to, like I said, you're gonna have to team up. Yeah. Yeah, everybody will have.
Loved ones, they could have been doing CPR prior to our arrival. And it's unfortunate because if we were able to have people doing CPR, it could possibly save that person's life.
When I had walked up to the bus stop, there was just this crowd just covering the entire sidewalk, and they were all just standing around this man on the ground. He was turning purple, and nobody was doing anything. It was kind of frustrating because there was a ton of adults, like 30 adults standing around this man, and it took me, a teenager, to step over there and say that something needed to be done. Just because of the CPR training that I had received in high school, I knew what to do in a situation like that. I knew the signs of when somebody needs CPR. So my training kicked in, and it was kind of like being back in the classroom, responding to I told somebody to call 911, and I performed the CPR until the EMTs and the police department and the fire department came.
Everyone should know CPR because everyone has a heartbeat, and you never know when an emergency is going to happen, when someone may go into cardiac arrest. If you don't do CPR, then the person doesn't survive.
I didn't have any response from him, and when the EMTs arrived, they didn't get any response from him until they got into the hospital, and when he was in the hospital, he was stabilized. When they told me that I had saved his life, I kind of started crying, but it was more like a relief tears that I had actually
that's what you're gonna be doing today.
Anytime a fraction. You're
Can
going
you
to
come
have
up
to
here?
write
Up here.
As part of your training kit, you received a mini Ann, like this. She'll help you get a feel for how hard and fast to push, but you'll have to get her ready first. Let me show you how. Find the tube with your mini Ann and blow it up, like this.
Now, this DVD is gonna come in your box, so when the ones who don't have one, you'll be able to watch this DVD at home and still go through the same process, okay?
Try to inflate mini Ann so that it feels firm. Here, to keep the air in, while you plug up the end of the tube, like this. If you need more time to get mini Ann ready, just pause the video now.
Y'all okay?
Now mini Ann is ready. Place mini Ann in front of you, like this. Her chest should be at your knees, with her head to one side. Before we begin, let me
She's
show
on
you
her knees.
something so you know how hard to push.
Get position.
Mini Ann has a built-in clicker. You can press down center of the chest.
Yeah, everybody will get a chance for that.
Now put the other hand on top, like this. Now you try it. Put the heel of the hand in the center of the chest. Then place the other hand on top, like this. Now keep your hands in the center of the chest and push hard, straight down. Make sure the chest moves down at least 2 inches. Then let the chest rise completely back up, like this. You should hear a clicking sound if you're pushing hard enough. Keep pushing a few more times to make sure that you have a feel for how hard you can push.
Keep your elbows straight.
If you need more time to get your mini Ann to click and you push on your chest, pause the DVD now and start again when you're ready.
Yours may need more. You have to fill it.
If it's not clicking, you may need a little bit more air.
Let's practice several pushes in a row. Put the heel of one hand in the center of the chest. And the other hand on top of the first, like this. Start pushing hard, making sure you move the chest down at least 2 inches. Follow along with the music. The music will help you get a feel for how fast you push. Let the chest rise all the way back up.
This is gonna be a hand.
Take the rest over. Push down at least 2 inches. Listen to the click.
Give me your name and spell it for me.
Asia, A-S-I-A, Allison, A-L-L-Y-S-O-N.
Hold the mic down just a little bit. What school are you from, Asia?
I'm from Thea Bowman Leadership Academy High School.
Okay, that Garrett?
Yes,
Okay. What you,
Asia.
what you think about all that?
I think it's an excellent opportunity because I would like to become a cardiologist. So I was very excited when the East Fair Foundation invited me out to this event. The reason I would like to become a cardiologist is because I've had relatives die from heart complications. Instead of being upset over it, I decided I wanted to study it and figure out how the heart works and what makes it pump, what makes it strong, and what makes it weak.
Give me your name and spell it again in the school.
My name is Asia Allison, A-S-I-A-A-L-L-Y-S-O-N, and I go to Thea Bowman Leadership Academy High School.
Okay, thank you, Asia.
Yeah.
One more. How you doing, young man?
Doing good. You?
All right.
Oh, you weren't there? Okay, never mind. Okay, so sorry. He's going to
right here. Okay, give me your name and spell it for me.
Anthony Edwards, ANTHONY
Hey, Don. Hey, Don. Can you turn down the
EWARDS.
radio just a little bit? Thank you. Okay, give me your name and spell it again.
Is Anthony Edwards, ANTHONY EDWARDS.
Where you from, man?
I'm from Gary, Indiana.
I mean, what school?
Theodore Bowman Leadership Academy.
Okay, that's in high school.
Yes.
What do you think about today, about what you did?
This is an interesting experience that will prepare me for life later in case a situation arises that I might need the skill.
Now, that's the good formal answer. What'd you think about it? I mean, doing the push-in and seeing all that, what was that like?
It was fun but tiring.
Now, the idea that you're learning something where you could actually save somebody, how does that make you feel? What do you think about that?
It feels like I'm actually getting to help people besides like have motivate myself. I'm doing something good for other people.
Now, do you think you want to go into the medical field?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Biomedical engineer.
And why that?
Because I know that it's a growing emerging field and science industry will always be a job there, and that I'll be able to help people surviving in life. Like I can create new kidneys, livers, hearts, and then like 3D printing with cells. Like you can make new organs. Then just it seems fun.
And what would you normally be doing this time of the year between Christmas and what does it make you feel like to actually be out here doing this instead of maybe watching football games or basketball?
I'll be sleeping right now. Then it feels somewhat more fulfilling my time if I think about it, but sometimes I'd rather be sleeping right now.
You think this is gonna spark more interest in you, or were you already there, or this is just help?
I was like it's had created like a little bit more like direction of where I want to go. I already had interest in the field I want to be in, and so it's just there.
All right, give me your name and spell it again.
Anthony Edwards, ANTHONY EDWARDS.
In school?
Theodore Bowman Leadership Academy.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you can direct it to where the plaque is actually. So sometimes plaque isn't all the way around the artery, it's just in like one segment of it. So you can use this to direct it right at the plaque so you don't damage, the rest of the vessel.
Do you take all of it out or do you just drill a hole through it?
This actually takes it out. So it's not really drilling, it's more like shaving. So it shaves it off the side and stores it in this little nose cone right here. And then you can pull the strips out. It's just plastic. Yeah.
So, it takes a long time.
No, it's actually very fast. To get the device ready, you just plug in the battery, and you're ready to go in. Dr. Artis has already at this point wired the vessel, and he's got a wire down, and then this catheter goes down over the wire, and you make 2 or 3 passes with this usually, cut off all the plaque, and you're done. I would say it takes, on a patient that's not very complicated, to do this atherectomy procedure maybe takes 5 minutes just to cut the plaque out. The thing that takes a lot longer is sometimes it's very tough to wire the occlusions to get because you have to do everything over a wire when you're doing stuff peripherally. So sometimes it's very tough to wire because
No, I'm good. I donated blood before. Like, it's very quick though.
Yeah, just a little prick. Yep, that's it. Just like he said it, just like that. So what you going to school for?
I want to be a lawyer.
Okay, that's good. Let me see.
A lot where you.
We go with this one. Okay. We clean the site. Like that. You're kind of warm, so you fine. Blood should flow right through. Oh, hey, it's all right. It's all right. You all right?
No.
It didn't hurt, but you jumped.
You jumped this down.
Okay, well, see, you're a bleeder. And we're going to fill this all the way up, okay?
Okay.
All right.
You the only person in this group?
Clean that for you. And you can leave this Band-Aid on for about 5 minutes, okay? Just so you don't drip yourself.
Okay.
Right.
No. I think it's strange.
And you are all set in here, okay?
Okay.
All right. Congratulations and much success for you, okay?
Maybe discoloration or anything like that, then doctor might order the PANET test for that reason. Or if there's a family history of heart disease, they still might have the PANET just to kind of keep an eye on it. If you are having leg pain and let's say it gets severe, they'll order a PANET and an arterial later. Just the test of it may be a little uncomfortable because you're squeezing your thighs and holding the pressure for 10 seconds, and then so patients may say low numbness or tingling. That goes on their arm first. Just like blood pressure cuffs here. Yeah, it's going to be a little too big for you because your arms are a little bit smaller. And you just kind of relax, just lay flat, okay? Want to go this way, and you can connect that for me. Okay? Yeah. Oh, there. How much? I'm just kind of looking at that. Here.
This the right one.
We inject radioisotopes, very, very small amount, millicuries of isotopes.
Vice versa. Okay, so everything's nice and even and flat. Just try to lay nice and still for me. Try to relax, okay? Check your blood pressure, and then I'll move on to your left arm and do the same thing. Like I said, you don't want a big gap between your right arm and your left arm as far as the numbers go.
No, we can't really just inject anything. Yeah, unless you really do need it. Because we try not to really inject it too. Yes, a lot of caution. This is what we call my hot lab. I mean, it's not exciting, but all of our
Okay, and just relax your arm there. And it's going to start over. In the meantime, I'm going to take this off your arm. I'm going to put it down here by your nice and stiff for me. Okay.
All right. You can remember working, huh?
Once that's done, I'm going to go down to your thigh then. Same thing, okay?
Yes.
See? Not too bad, not painful.
Do you have anybody
Oh, I'm
today?
sorry.
Yeah, there's no patients today, but if you see a patient, our doses come a little bit bigger. We give you about 10 millicuries, and then later on 30 millicuries for your next picture. And this is where we carry it. If you want to touch it, it's heavy. It's made out of lead. That's how we stop the gamma rays.
This is a good 5 pounds.
This is actually a lighter version of mine, yeah. So we put just
No, you're good.
you our doses.
Right, that one feel lighter, man.
Yeah, I mean, but we have heavier ones. We have sorry.
I want to get her in here.
Compared to other
Just go ahead, don't
is that
mind
we take, you know, physiological pictures instead of anatomical. We can't just take a picture of you and get the information we need. It takes quite a long time. My picture's about 15 minutes long or longer. I mean, you know, MRIs are longer and CT.
I need to raise my son? No. As long as the material is fine.
It's fine.
It's really too late now. And that's a real film you can't do.
No place in here. And I like to have patients make sure your feet are flat on the floor. For younger teens, I usually probably no more than 160 because you guys' blood pressures are usually running. 96 over 62. That's your blood pressure. Which is not bad. It's still in the normal range. How do you feel? You don't feel.
I just got my lipid check, so I'm still not.
Oh, okay. But actually, your blood pressure was good. Okay. Okay. 96 over 62.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Your name, title, and spell it, Doc?
Hi, Andre Artis, A-N-D-R-E, A-R-T-I-S, Director of Cardiology, Methodist Hospitals.
Okay. So, Doc, what about it? What's going on today? And look right here.
Yeah. Well, today we have a group of high school students that have come by through one of the enrichment programs that we're participating with called USEER Foundation. And our objective today is to expose them to a lot of the things that they might not otherwise get a chance to see. We are a cardiovascular practice, so we practice cardiovascular medicine. One of the things that we've done today was to teach the kids CPR, and that way they're able to hopefully save someone else's life if it comes to that. The other things that we plan to do today is to have them to begin thinking about how to prevent cardiovascular disease in themselves at the young age of high schoolers. We know that the heart disease develops very early, but it does not manifest until most people are near retirement age. But if you can do things that can prevent that, you'll be in much better condition in the long run.
Now, Doc, you talked a little bit about this. Just rattle off some of the other things. You had them do taking blood, you had the stress test,
Right.
And what the benefit of that is.
Right. So heart disease has what we call risk factors. Some of the risk factors are high blood pressure, lack of exercise, high cholesterol level, smoking, eating the wrong foods, not getting rest. And so today what we're doing is we're having them get their vital signs taken so they know where their blood pressure is. We're also having them do an electrocardiogram, an EKG. We're having them to do an ultrasound of the heart, what's called an echocardiogram. Sometimes we're able to see heart disease develop in high school students even before it becomes manifest as a physical problem. The other thing we're going to do is to have them do a risk factor profile. So with the hypertension, with the blood pressure evaluation, with the lipid evaluation, with their height and weight, we can give them an estimate of what their cardiovascular risk factor is by doing that today.
Now, there were two things you went over in the early part. You talked about how we need people to work in their communities and how somebody helped you, so now you're helping them.
Exactly.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so a part of the program is an enrichment program where the high school students get a chance to interact with professionals that may be they may have an interest in their profession. So that one of the things that the high school students are able to do as a result is to interact with persons like myself. I can remember when I was growing up, I did have mentors. I did not have any mentors in medicine. So I think this is an excellent opportunity for this group of students. Hopefully it will trigger some interest or some spark in them treating disease in their own populations. The African American community in particular is considered an underserved community. And we need more physicians, nurses, dentists, healthcare professionals taking care of our patients. One of the interesting things that specifically relates to that is there's been a study that shows that 4 groups of patients were evaluated, black and white, men and women, and each were given a card to read as in terms of what their symptoms were. They were actually looked at and evaluated by healthcare professionals, typically that were Caucasian. And this is a study that was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. And it showed that patients who were of African American descent and seen by Caucasian physicians, this is a study is probably about 20 or 30 years old, did not necessarily receive the same treatment that their Caucasian counterparts would receive. So if they had heart disease, they might get an angiogram, they might not get an angiogram. And so we think it's important that we take care of patients in our community as well as other communities, but we certainly want to make sure that our community is well cared for.
Last question. What's in your heart as you do this? I heard you talking about how you're very busy and you decide, I'm gonna do it. There's something in your heart about this with helping these young kids. Am I right?
That's right.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, and like I said, when I look at these kids, I see these kids want to do something in life. And I think in particular, kids, children who want to do something, they deserve every opportunity they can for us to make a difference with them. As I said, when I was growing up, I did not have this particular opportunity. And believe it or not, I'm a little bit jealous of these kids because they're actually getting to interact with people that would have been outstanding for us to interact with when we were growing up. I look at them, I see my children, and I see other people's children, and I see our future. And so I think that it is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to reach back and give everyone an opportunity who wishes to do more than what they are doing. And one of the things that happens is sometimes people don't know what they want to do. Sometimes interacting with someone can make a difference. And so our objective is, as we get older and pass off the scene, that our legacy is not that we were just here and that we made money, but that we left behind someone who could help take care of our community and care for our patients.
All right, give me your name and spell it again.
Andre Artis, ANDRE-ARTIS.
And you are?
Cardiologist. I'm the Director of Cardiology at Methodist Hospitals.
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, give me a name and spell it for me.
Okay, Sharice White. C.
Look at this.
Oh.
Okay.
CHAREICE, last name White.
Okay, and what is the name of the group?
ASEER Foundation, ECIER.
Okay, and tell me about your foundation. What do you do?
The foundation, the acronyms mean E is for educate, C is communicate, I is innovate, E is for entrepreneurs, and R is for relationships. And what we do is teach and empower high school students, inner city youth, on being innovators and entrepreneurs. And we meet with them twice a month. The first part of the month, we work with them on their projects, which is hosted by Dushan Nikolovsky, who teaches, he's the Director of Entrepreneurship at Purdue Calumet. And the end of the month, we take them to an entrepreneur or an innovator, allowing them an opportunity to experience what that particular person does. And Dr. Artis is one of our board members, and he wanted to host a workshop for us in the month of December.
Now, the first part of the month, you're teaching entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship.
Tell me about that.
Yes. Students, we work with them on their projects because they have to provide an entrepreneurship or innovative project. And so we come together and work with them on their projects. And then the end of the month is when we go to the entrepreneurs. So they have an opportunity to share with us what their particular idea is, and we work with them in nurturing their idea.
And What are some of the, how long have you all been operating, and what are some of the ideas that students have come up with?
We have been in existence for 2.5 years, and this group of students we're working with now, this is our second month that we've been with them. And so they have, since it's during Christmas break, we have given them an assignment, and their assignment is to interview 20 people that they don't know, and then they have come up with some ideas for their projects, and then we're going to select a winner in January, and in January those winners that have won and have gone above and beyond will be treated to a Bulls game in February to sit in a suite.
Now here's my question. Somebody's going to see this and say, well, it's all right, good thing, but why are we doing this?
The reason that we're doing this is because, you know, students go off to college and study so that after college they'll look for a job. But you have students nowadays that are very smart. They have great ideas. They design websites. They design little ideas with their phones. So we say, you know what, let's work with these students now, so before they go off to college, you know, they can work on their projects, and by the time they graduate from college, they'll have their own business. So instead of working for somebody else, we're preparing them to have their own company, have their own organization, have their own business.
So you're kind of an incubator for ideas with young people, is that about right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, there are so many students that you hear about, people complain about problems with students, and they're not doing this or they're not doing that. And I say, you know what, stop being a part of a problem and be a part of the solution. Our board members are just concerned citizens wanting to make a difference in the lives of our youth. So we came together working with inner city students to see what type of idea do you have, and how can we mentor, and how can we work with you to bring it into fruition, to take that dream and make it a reality. And I just want to share with you that during this Christmas holiday season, there's a wonderful movie out called Joy, and she is the epitome of the mission statement for our foundation. She's an innovator and an entrepreneur, and I recommend, you know, your viewers to see it, because it's an absolutely wonderful, very inspiring and motivating movie, and we're actually going to have our students to see it as well.
Give me your name, title, and spell it.
Of what?
Your name.
Oh, my name.
Yeah,
Oh, my name is
title.
Sharice White, CHAREICE, last name White, WHITE, and I am the founder and chairman of the board of ASEER Foundation.